Hello, dear investors. Thank you very much for helping us. Links in the description of this video. Dear viewer, I earnestly ask you to give your royal thumbs up in advance. Your thumbs up is extremely important for spreading the channel Guru.Markets. Now we will analyze the current performance of the company Burke Herbert Bank, ticker BHRB. The review was created based on information as of September 10, 2024. According to classification Guru.Markets, company Burke and Herbert Financial Services Corporation belongs to the subcategory Bank Classic. 231 companies take part in the comparison, which is very representative. Let's start with general information about the company. If you're interested, you can pause the video. You can consider each parameter of the corporation more carefully. Access to the ticker classification table is free and open. We kindly ask you to share the link to the security analysis with your friends. Thank you very much for your repost and other support. It greatly helps the project. Market capitalization of the corporation Burke Herbert Bank valued at $0.95 billion. With a capitalization of the subcategory of $1,119 billion, Burke and Herbert Financial Services Corporation has a share of 0.085% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $0.68 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $970 billion, Burke Herbert Bank accounts for 0.07% share. Comparing the occupied shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Occupied share Burke Herbert Bank in a subcategory in the case of assessing market value is 0.085%. Balance sheet capitalization is 0.07%, which is 18% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Final company assessment Burke Herbert Bank will be demonstrated at the very end of the video. Please look at the logic of the analysis to the end. The debt obligations of the company under study amount to $0.409 billion. Debt to book capitalization amounts to 60.1% of capital. Assessment of the company's financial obligations, tolerable, 0 points. The balance of the company's market value to its profit corresponds to 129. The subcategory average is 13.6, which is 89% higher than the subcategory average. An assessment of the company's stock price to its profit in comparison with the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$3 million. Projected earnings for the coming 12 months are unknown. This is extremely bad for the company's prospects. Assessment of expected future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The company's value to revenue ratio is 4.1. The subcategory average of 1.4 is 193% higher than the subcategory average. Assessment of indicators of market value to its revenue in comparison with indicators of companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $230 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. And this is bad for the company. Assessment of projected future revenue indicators in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Bad, -1 point. If you are interested in our analytics, in this case, I kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell. The margin is -1.2%, with an average for the subcategory of 10.7%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 11.9%. Profitability assessment in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.036%, which is 136% less than the market capitalization share. And this reflects the imbalance in the company's stock market value. Burke and Herbert Financial Services Corporation, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of market capital for each employee of the company is equal to $2,386,000. And in the subcategory, there are $1,000 and $3,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 137.9%. Estimation of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit for each employee is equal to minus $7,000, with an average in the subcategory of $74,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 91%. Estimation of profit per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The share of sales per individual employee of the organization is $584,000. By subcategory, $694,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 19%. Estimation of sales per each employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. Shares are short 1.1%, with a subcategory average of 1.9%. This is a short squeeze indicator. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 53% for the company Burke Herbert Bank. For the subcategory, this level is approximately 51%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are valued in the same way as the company's shares. Burke Herbert Bank. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Burke Herbert Bank and subcategory companies, we will see that over the past 12 months, the company's shares Burke Herbert Bank showed a change of 28.7%. 24.2% are against price changes in the subcategory. This clearly does not indicate anything, but you need to take this fact into account. Before showing the final score, we kindly ask: leave your rating Burke Herbert Bank in the comments to this video. Your responses in the comments greatly help spread the Project Guru Markets. The overall result is as follows: minus 7.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 1.2 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire US market in aggregate, we'll see the average score for the entire stock market as a whole is 0.3 points, against a score of minus 7.5 points for Burke Herbert Bank. Let's go to the order table. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all previously made decisions by the information system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is free, link in pinned comment. Based on the assessment Burke and Herbert Financial Services Corporation. Guru.Markets. Open a deal due to the fact that Burke and Herbert Financial Services Corporation, the most overvalued company in the subcategory. Let me remind you, April 4th, 2023. An order has been published, ticker MFG. Information and Reference System Guru.Markets. The following decision is made on this order. Close the order. The result is a loss of 37.8%. Thank you very much to everyone for watching this video and for using the information and help system from Guru.Markets. You all truly are the coolest audience.